industry building of the this your microfinance sector through the association. And to introduce Sadhan is the oldest association in India, and it is one of the largest association by means of reaching to the people. And we are having like 220 members, of which one around 170 members are your direct lender, either microfinance institution or your this cooperatives, like different setup of microfinance institutions. And I look after that one, and I also lead the initiative to build a coalition between the different Asia Pacific associations of these different countries of Asia Pacific region. It's called Nomnar, and we are doing it in association with Apraka. So it's called Nomnar, and I possibly you are aware of that one, that we are doing it and we are structuring it. So it's a initiative between Sa-Dhan and Apraka. But why we want to do this one? Because Alan, you know that in this zone, the problems are same, the almost same, and your is the working process is also same, and the requirement of the market is also same, and kind of intervention we need for the sector are also same, and there are different knowledges sitting in different countries. If we learn from each other, then it will be helpful for us, and also for this sector, this segment. For this segment, if we build up a coalition and we have a common voice to the international support agencies or international like your capacity building institution, it would be good for us. One is our capacity building, one is our exchange of knowledge. Third is your building up like or convergence of the ideas. So it will be helpful for this. So we are doing this one. And as industry building this your institution, I lead the policy department and capacity building in department, and also your this product side. So in Southern we do have three very strong your this pillars. One is the major one is the this your industry building side. We do have one SRO, which is a self-regulatory organization. We are also a kind of this um, monitoring agency for the microfinance sector, which we do on behalf of our central bank. This is very unique in India, that uh, there is one level in between the retail and the your this regulator. It's called self-regulatory organization. So we are also self-regulatory organization. So one part is your industry building, one part is your this your monitoring side, and the third part is your we do lot of this your capacity building program, but not for the institutional level, but at your ground level. It's a project team, they are doing it. So now what happens? So working in this segment for long years, I could understand, and Sadhan could understand, that there is a need of developing this kind of association, network of networks. We are not at this point of time, we are not talking about your taking it deeper. Definitely, when we work with association, the members of those association will be in one way or other will be associated, but we are looking forward for the capacity building of your these associations. We are looking for the exchanges of the associations. We are looking for the building of the equal, I mean, what do you call this your unified voice of the networks at this point of time. So this is overall which we are looking forward, and a couple of countries they have already are there in this, and we were looking forward for Philippines, because in Philippines we do have very progressive microfinance, as we can understand. So this is our. So it would be good if you are also coming as a part of this initiative. Hope I am clear. And if you
Thank
need anything, please do let me know.
thank you very much for that brief explanation of what Nomnar is, Saibal. No? So, of course, we'll be interested to be part of this association. No? So, as a background, of course, MCPI is the national network of microfinance institutions in the Philippines, and I'm very well aware of what Sa-Dhan is because we used to be part of the same association before, no?
BWTP?
BWTP plus even the one that was supported by the SEEP network.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 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 yeah,
networks name from. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
part of that, and Sadan was
Acha. Okay.
one of the 10 networks that uh, that were supported by the SEEP and City Foundation, right? So MCPI is one of the networks, and Sadan was one of the networks as well. So I'm very much familiar of the value of having a network of networks because we have experienced um, positive results from becoming part of the SEEP network because at the time, if you will remember, Sangita and Saibal, the time when microfinance was still the darling, the darling
Hmm.
of the development world, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Funds poured in microfinance, and even networks like us were able to benefit from it.
Hmm.
But as soon as there were criticisms already regarding the impact of microfinance, those funds have dried up, no? And that means also funds for network exchanges among networks also have dried up, no? So the BWTP even tried to uh, to fulfill that role, but of course, funding issues have been an issue with these types of networks. And so I think one of the keys to for this Nomnar to become successful is to address first the sustainability. Will Nomnar be charging annual dues for member networks? So I think that should. My only question with this Saibal is what will be the role of APRACA? I know APRACA because there's APRACA in the Philippines, and uh, I know very well the representative of APRACA here in the Philippines, Bing Juarez. I'm not sure if you know her. But what will be the role of APRACA and what will be the governance structure of NOMNAR?
Okay. So, at when we, I mean, can I answer or you have other questions?
Yeah, you can go ahead and answer that
Acha,
question.
okay. The first and foremost, Apraka, this is the initiative between Apraka and Sadhan. And means we have initiated, but definitely at this point of time when we are structuring all the association, the lead of the associations will be part of that governing structure. And we have also engaged with your micro save consulting. Do you know them?
Yeah, I'm very
Okay.
well familiar of microSIP.
Okay. So we have engaged with MicroSave
They're
to
expensive, huh?
yes, they are. Uh, One savings grace is that we are also building a coalition. One coalition, one thing is your this association, one side. Another side also we are trying to bring different your resource agencies in the system. So they will also, so they what we have a base paper. Sangeeta, if you can send the base paper to Ellen, he will also get to understand. So MicroSave has structured one this association. Like on the basis of our paper, they have structured something. This is one which we will definitely, once we talk to other countries, we will build a kind of like, we will bring them on one platform and have a presentation by Microsoft that what are we looking forward for. This is one. And the second thing, we are also communicating, you are very right, that fund is one of the thing that which we which is required for the sustainability of this one. But at this point of time, we want to do a lot of virtual work as well. Apart from when this year BWTP was there and SEEP network was there, the virtual system was not that strong. Now, a lot of these virtual mediums are there which we can use. One of the things we have done already, a discussion on your green finance. So what different countries are doing, what kind of requirement is there. So we have already discussed that one. Apart from that, we have organized last year in October, we have organized a fast basic meeting of NOMNAR in Delhi during the national conferences. So this time we are also trying to work with Nepal's association. In the March, they are organizing one international seminar, and I am trying to a kind of like what do you call it, like induce something that if we can also have a meeting of the nominees members and restructure it or structure it or whatever. These are the basic steps we are taking it at this point of time. This is what we are doing. Our objective is to bring people together on one platform and majorly working with this on the capacity building, exchange, all this thing. Uh, when we are talking about this finance, we have delved on it. We have definitely thought of it. One of the things that what you were telling that your this fees for members, it's fine. We will do that one. And the, my experience with BWTP and SEEP network, it was much more like, that they had a project, they initiated the activities. When their money dried up, those activities being dried up. It was not a very organic growth. What I'm looking forward for is really organizing, like organic growth in the system. People will be talking together, people will be contributing, people will take the initiative, we will learn from each other. Then it will be much more organic and it will be sustainable. Finance is necessary. We are talking to Axion. They have told us that they will raise some money for us. We are yet to discuss about that one. This is where we are standing. This is a very formative stage, and we want to bring all our these participants, all the countries, associations, the CEOs together for on one platform and take the things forward. This is where we are standing at this point of time. Am I clear to you, Alan?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You when you mentioned about organic growth, I
Hmm.
think like any other networks, like for example, Sa-Dhan or even MCPI,
Hmm.
uh, our local networks were forced or are now being forced to become sustainable without outside outside support, outside
Hmm.
grants, no?
Hmm.
So that is also what I see how to sustain a regional association, no? So it's not of course members would want to get a benefit, but they also need to contribute, just like what our
Agree.
associations do, right?
Agree. Agree.
Our
Agree. Agree.
members support our operations, not 100%, of course,
Hmm.
but a certain percentage of our initiatives or our general and admin expenses should be generated internally. And I think that is also the way forward when it comes to any other type of association. And that
Right.
is like that is what I meant about learning from the mistakes of this initiatives. You mentioned about, yeah, when the donor funds dried up, BWTP and SIP network had difficulty in sustaining the network. And so I think these are learnings that regional networks like Nomnar should take into account.
Agree. Totally agree. My experience with them that even in Seek Network, they had a project. Here, this BWTP, they had a project. They tried to, they have done good work for sure. But the thing is that, it was much more donor driven initiative, but it is much more what we are looking forward in Nomnar is much more like, this, not the supply side, but the demand side. Because we are, every country, we are sitting with so much of your these experiences. We can exchange that one. Eventually, it will help our regulators also. Like in Nepal, they have this your credit guarantee mechanism for your microfinance sector. In India, we do have credit guarantee facility, but the microfinance sector cannot access that one. The banks who are lending to microfinance institutions can access to that entity. They can access that entity. So what happens, that we can learn from Nepal how are they doing it. One of the major factor of Nepal is now because of this local this your policy maker, local politician, I won't say policy makers, this local politician, and there this your populist schemes which is not in place. They're telling that please don't give the money. If we come into the system, if we win, then we will do a wave off. But we work mainly in the space of private sector. Now, what happens that people are reluctant to repay the money, and somewhere we are seeing that it is anti MFI movement is going on, which is very bad for the system. At the end of the day, these poor people won't be getting any money. We are seeing in India in sporadic cases, especially in North and Central India, we are seeing something, but our regulator is very strong for that reason. They are not able to put a very strong dent. In one of the states they could do, but in the other states they couldn't do it. So how are we handling this kind of situation? We can learn from each other. And then one thing that I'm very passionate about this one. So like if you see the things, we can learn that how people are addressing it. For that reason, we don't have to go to other country. If we sit together and if we delve on that one, then we will have some idea that how is it working. Like the one is your this anti-MFI movement. Then your this or this your credit guarantee mechanism. We can learn from each other. Then in which we can also bring. There is one institution called SIDBI, which is Development Finance Institution. We can bring them in the discussion that what is going on in Nepal. Maybe in Philippines, we do have this your credit guarantee mechanism. We can You can bring them, so we can couple of this credit guarantee mechanism. If we can bring together, they can have a discussion on the platform of Nomnar. It will be ultimately, it will help us. It will help us to the sector. It will help this catering to the poor people. So this is how we are thinking, a kind of organic growth, a kind of cooperation, a kind of hand holding together. If we are getting money, we will do a lot of things. If we are not getting money, whether we will lose contact, no. If it is organic growth, everybody will be contributing. I'm not talking about financial, I'm talking about non-financial also. Eventually, we can talk to Asian Development Bank to help us for something, or the international agencies. If you have someone in your mind who can help us for structuring and this kind of exposures and other, we will be doing that one project to project basis. So this is what we are thinking, and I'm quite sure that if people are agreeing with this one, then we will be sure it will be, I mean, be the thing which is happening on the ground, not depending on anyone. If there is money, it's fine. If there is no money, still we can take it forward.
Good, good. I agree. Thank you very much, Saibal.
So, Alan, what we'll do to take it forward, we are talking to Apraka. We have developed a very non-bounding, non-committal, a kind of MOU that we will be contributing, that kind of non-financial also, contributing to put it in a structure. We will also send it to you. Please have a look. It would be good if you sign also. Have a
All right.
look.
I will expect that, Saibal, and I will have that approved by our own board. So I hope to have that soon because our next board meeting is on the 5th of December, and
Okay,
have that included as an agenda item.
right. So,
Yeah, but
Alan, yeah, please tell me.
generally, I support this in principle, and hope to move forward with the Nomnar initiative to develop our microfinance networks.
Thank you very much. So, what I'll do in some time, we will send you that one, and then let us work together. Let us think together, and let us work together. So, it is not somebody will impose something on us, but it is to thinking together, to design the things together, plan the things together, and then let us have the 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 impact on the ground together.
Agree. Thank you very much, Saibal.
Thank you, Alan. Have you been to India before?
Yeah, yeah, a couple of times. So, well, I've been to Bangalore. I've been
Okay.
to Ahmedabad. I've been to Delhi and
Okay.
Goa. I was in Goa because my sister is based in Goa. She married
Okay.
an Indian, a Goan.
Okay.
So I have a niece and a nephew that is mixed.
Okay. Okay. Sounds extremely good. So next time if you're coming to India, hopefully we can do something. We will do something. But if you're coming to Delhi, please do let us know. We'll be happy to see you in our office.
Sure, sure. And if ever you visit the Philippines, just
Sure, sure. Sure. So Sangeeta, anything more?
Mr. Allen, I wanted to know how frequently you people like the Asia Pacific countries who are part of the membership of APRACA, how frequently do you meet amongst yourself, or do you meet at all?
mm, we are not a member of APRACA, but we just
Okay.
know some of the people behind APRACA. But in general, when you talk about microfinance networks in Southeast Asia, for example, we
Hmm.
don't meet regularly anymore since DWTP closed
Mm,
down.
mm,
I think ADA of Luxembourg, because we're a partner of ADA of Luxembourg, and it has
Hmm.
partners in Southeast Asia as microfinance networks that are partners of ADA. The last time that we met was before the pandemic. It was, I think, in 2018 or 2019. So it was quite a long time already.
Luxembourg is like which?
Ada, Ada.
Huh?
ADA, ADA of
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. So there is another company originating from Luxembourg called EPISA, that is very much into climate insurance, parametric insurance. We have just started, working together. Maybe those kind of links we can have so that we can frequently interact, and that is what is required according to my experience since last 1.5 years. If you not meet regularly, then things don't move easily. So
Yeah.
we can discuss everything, no, whatever we have questions. Maybe because I tried circulating questionnaires and all, that doesn't work. So
Yeah, that's
maybe
right.
maybe while interacting, we can get all those information and fill it up.
Mhm.
And that is why I mainly try to record this thing also.
Right, right. And we are also a member of the European Microfinance
Okay, okay,
platform, EMFP. We just recently became a member,
okay.
and I discussed about them the potential of microfinance networks, exchanging expertise and ideas and learnings. So I think
Mm,
they're interested to know more how we will be able to do that, because that is also their role. The European microfinance platform's
mm,
role is exchange among European actors. So I think if there is something that we can connect as NOMNAR to the European microfinance platform, that will be of also benefit our future members in NOMNAR. No?
yeah.
You mentioned about green inclusive finance, Saibal, no? We have
Hmm.
we have implemented green inclusive finance since 2013, and European actors are very active in funding initiatives related to environment, sustainability, or green inclusive finance. So if we can also give that connection to our to microfinance networks and even the members of the microfinance networks, MFI members, I think we will be adding value as NOMNAR to
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
That is
microfinance sector in
basically
general.
that is basically what we are trying to do. That is the common ground actually we thought we should have. But there are other aspects also, the learning and sharing aspect also. Yeah, we can do so many things, but we need to decide every month what this month or at this point of
Maybe
time,
at least a quarterly something. If we can
quarterly, yes.
have a kind of even a webinar for our member will be good. One of the areas might be your this one country presenting their these initiatives and challenges like this. We can also get to understand which country is doing what. From India, we will do that one. From Philippines, Alan and Alan's people will can do that one. So if we can do that one, then we will also be aware. Because one of the things which I can realize that during our that those days, BWTP and SEEP days, our this virtual mode was not that strong. Now we can do a lot of stuffs in virtual mode as well. Acha, did I tell that we have talked to Axion for some fund?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
mentioned
okay.
about that.
So this is what, and if you have anyone in your mind that they can help us to start our initial work, it would be also good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Saibal and Sanita.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mr.
Have a nice
Sandeep,
Sangeeta.
for
day.
your time. Thank
Thank
you.
you very
All
much.
right.
See you
Bye.
Goodbye.
soon.
Bye.
Thank you.
Where is